All right, what is this?
Okay. If you're over 18, should you be giving money to your parents?
Yeah. No.
Yeah? No?
I mean, maybe.
I've seen this a couple times this past week on my For You page.
Uppity people?
Huh?
Like Indian people?
Indian people, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the expectation of giving money, or the expectation of parents who, because it happens on in like especially in the Muslim countries and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the parents expect their kids to give them money even after if they're not even living in the home, even if they're married off and the girl goes to another house. Because I saw it on that OK Mom podcast.
Giving money like what? Like just every month or something?
Yeah, like okay, wait.
Let's just watch it. Let's watch it.
Okay, I'll show you the clip because it makes sense. Okay.
My parents expecting me to give them money for no reason after starting a full-time job.
Yo, that's weird to me.
Parents,
Yeah, why are your parents doing that?
nothing has changed except the fact that I got a full-time job and now I'm expected to contribute into the home. Not pyar se, not, oh, look, you're like an adult now, come join us at the table type of conversation.
But it's also like you're an adult when you need the money, but you're not an adult when you can make decisions for yourself. Then you're
100%.
still a kid.
Because if I want to present a rishta now,
If I want to introduce you to my boyfriend,
that's not allowed because I'm
It's
too young to
not
do
allowed.
that. If I
No.
want to buy a car,
oh yeah, no.
not allowed.
If I want to stay out past 7 p.m., not allowed.
Not allowed. If I want to buy a new phone,
Not allowed.
if I have new Amazon packages outside,
Oh, you're screwed.
Right. So this had come up last week on my For You
Wait.
page, but then this just came up just yesterday on mine, and I'm like, okay, this might be a little something that they're talking about. I didn't know there's an issue.
If you're over 18, still living with your parents and not giving anything back to them, you are a bum. Should you be giving money to your parents? Regardless of how rich or poor they are, you should be giving back to them. And this applies to people with loving, kind parents. You should be giving at least 10 to 20% of your income after tax to your parents on a monthly basis. So for example, if you're earning 3,000 after tax, you should be giving at least 300 to 600 pounds back to your parents. I feel like if you're living with them, then it should be closer to the 500 to 600 mark. If you're not living with them, then I think 300 is enough. It's just a gratitude thing. I know for some of you, your parents are really well off and you think, well, they don't need money. And for cases like that, I feel like you should take them out on a big holiday, take them out to like restaurants, family date night. So in my case, we come from a very kind of broke, low income household. I've watched my mum and dad sacrifice so much just so that my brother and I could get a good start in life. As soon as I started working, I started giving money to my mum. And ever since then, whenever I'm working, I always give a percentage back. I just feel like our generation has become so self-obsessed and so focused on our own financial goals. If we're able to enjoy a luxury holiday in Bali, then why not take your parents with you and pay for it? For example, I've taken my mum on so many holidays, and I know if it wasn't for me, her definition of holiday is just India or Sri Lanka. She never knew what an actual holiday was because she's never been. No one took hers. This is something that I've had to reflect on myself, make sure that I keep doing, because I'm an accountant. I love saving money, but my ultimate goal is to retire my mum and just making amazing memories together. Scary as it is, they are getting older. They're not going to be as active. So yeah, just make the most of it.
Yeah, no, she's a really good kid. That's really commendable, I would say. And yeah, I mean, I agree with her 100%.
So that's our culture norm, though, right?
Yeah.
Our culture norm is to help our parents no matter what. Like I left a career to come and take care of my parents and help them. Right?
Yeah, culturally, you should be giving back.
Yeah.
That's financially or, spending that money, taking them somewhere
Exactly.
and creating those
Yeah.
moments. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
It's not so big in other cultures, like the Western culture, right? They, after 18, you move out, you're on your own,
thing, yeah.
kind of do your own thing, which, again, I think there is some sense in that as well.
Yeah.
You need to be able to, again, we're not at that, I don't think we're at that time where our culture could understand the fact that leaving at 18 and getting out and getting that world experience,
Yeah.
because a lot of kids miss that. And
Yeah.
I find that a lot of our people miss out on the actual living of a life outside of their homes because they're so trapped at home.
Yeah, well, they could also move out,
They don't move out though.
but they could.
The culture norm in our culture is to stay with the family.
Yeah, but you can still live your life. You can still go do things.
Yeah, but the control is always gonna be there. Like,
control.
Like back in the days, like families, the parents controlled where you went. or how you went, or why are you out late, or what are you doing, who are you with, all those questions that come up at a certain age as an adult. You don't want to be going through those questions, and that doesn't happen unless you're out of the house.
That's fair.
In our culture,
But if you're also living with somebody, you have to follow the rules of the house, don't you?
you do.
So
You
if
do.
you're that big
Mhm.
to want to do your own thing, then you should be big enough to move out.
Yeah, and have those responsibilities.
Yeah,
and
well, take
leave,
the
right?
responsibility on.
Yeah.
But don't cry about it because you're still living at home.
Yeah.
And nobody's forcing you that much to stay at home. Let's be honest.
No.
It's your choice.
No, but
Yeah, they might push for it.
yeah.
But if you honestly got up and had the money and you found a place, life would move on and things would be fine. But if you're just like, no, because it's too easy, everything's paid for, your food, your shelter, everything, then you're kind of mooching at some point. If
Okay.
you're over 30,
Mm-hmm.
come on.
Okay, if you
You
let's-
could move out if you're staying at home,
Hmm.
if you're supporting your parents, if you're financially helping them, then stay at home. Then you're a good kid.
Yeah.
But don't stay at home, not do that, and then complain.
yeah,
That doesn't make sense to me.
yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I mean?
That's true.
I mean, there's like you guys are good kids. You guys take care of your parents,
Yeah,
right? But you also have to understand that you're in front of their eyes. So if you're in front of their eyes, coming home at 5 might not cut it.
cut it.
You have to balance that. You can't have like your cake and people say have your cake and eat it too. You can't be, well, we're living here but we can still do whatever we want to do, because at some age you do kind of want to go out and not have to answer to somebody, right?
Yeah,
So you have to just balance that. Like maybe you do it sometimes, but you're not habitually a wreck coming home and your parents are there, because they are seeing that and they are older and they are gonna say something. They're not gonna say anything, right?
what do they call in our culture? What do they call it? Like big families? What do they call them?
Nuclear.
Yeah, nuclear families, right?
Yeah, nuclear families.
So
It was
again,
pretty good, though.
our concept,
Yeah, nuclear families.
brown nuclear family.
brown nuclear families.
Our culture is just built on that. We stay together. Like my uncles and they're 3 brothers. They're all married. They all have one house. They all live in the one house,
Which is actually nice.
one room.
Yeah, it's
Roof.
actually nice.
And I'm sure they have their little issues here and there, but they all contribute in the
Yeah.
one, right? Parents live there. It's like it's mad.
That's how they saved back in the day. That's how families still save,
Mhm.
and then they go buy something bigger because everybody is pooling the money,
Together.
as opposed to everybody living in 10 different houses paying, $4,000 a month, $3,000 a month, $2,000 a month. They'll just pool it, figure it out together. That's smart.
Yeah,
But people can't do that now because people want independence. They want to do their own thing.
yeah.
So then they lose out on that.
Yeah, so just a couple of days ago, I watched a video of this New York girl. She's 22 years old, homeless for the last 4 years. She's homeless, and she lives off of $200 a month.
Yeah.
And she's so homeless, she's sleeping outside on like park benches or trying to find shelters and
This
stuff.
was here?
No, in New York.
Okay.
Okay. And she moved out when she was 18.
Right.
Like
Indian?
No, in African American.
Okay.
And she moved out. There's a nice little video on TikTok going around right on her about right now. But like the way that she moved out, and then she had to ask her sister for money,
Right.
and her sister she hadn't eaten in days, and she asked her sister for like $10, and the sister sent $10, but the sister didn't have the audacity to be like, hey, why don't you just come live with me?
Yeah.
You know that culture difference there?
Yeah, it's true. There
It
is.
doesn't make sense to me. Like the homeless people, like let's say you're a homeless, right? But you have families, and let's say you can't find those families or whatever. But if you know you have a brother or sister who's doing well or doing decently, you should be able to rely
You
on
should
them.
be able to. But people have family issues. But you'd think at some point you'd put those to the side and
There are cultural differences between how the Western culture and the Eastern culture is. Like
Yeah.
East, right? Not just India alone. Chinese is the same way.
Yeah.
They all live together, right? In one household. They all help, and they all take care of their parents.
But she's right though. There's a level of selfishness now that that the brown kids have.
Yeah,
That's just-
I liked how she,
Focus on brown kids. That's kind of what it is.
yeah, I know. I like how she said that as we're thinking about our financial freedom, we forget that our parents also
Yeah, you wouldn't have that if they didn't do what they did.
did.
So
Yeah.
it's like
The
stop being
sacrifices
such a,
that they've made.
stop being such a
Yeah.
like having such a big ego, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think about a lot of the things that happen in, like, again, we come from a very, like, nothing, right? My
Modest.
parents never went to school, you know, like,
Right.
so
But they
it
worked
was-
hard though.
They worked hard. That's
hard,
what it was. They gave up. They sacrificed a lot. Like, I remember, man, like, my dad needed a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
And he walked literally, like, to walk to the city. He would walk like almost 8 kilometers.
Yeah.
Walk to the city.
Yeah.
And he had to go get, because he worked on the weekends
Right.
and to play tabla, right?
Right.
And he went to go get a shirt for himself. But then he saw this, like, outfit for me. And I was only like 3 years old. And he only had a certain amount of money.
So you returned it.
And he returned the shirt and
Yeah.
got my outfit and
Right.
brought it for me. And then
Like,
he just wore a ripped shirt for a whole,
Yeah. Just
you know.
look at that.
And that's a sacrifice.
That's a sacrifice.
But like when you know that your parents have gone through all that,
Yeah.
you wanna, like, you automatically. I, like, gave up a career. I moved back here to come and help my parents,
Yeah.
right?
But it's rare that the parents' values are kind of instilled in the kids. Like you guys have those values.
Mhm.
A lot of parents,
Might not.
unfortunately, they tried to instill those values, but the kids never got the message or whatever it is.
The other thing is sometimes parents, not everybody, and I can't say it, we can't put them all in the same basket. Like
Yeah.
everybody has the greatest parents, right?
Right.
Because there's not. Sometimes
Well,
I
some
know
people have
personal,
bad
right?
parents, yeah.
They do have parents. Some parents who are addicted to some addictions, right? Everything gets involved in there, but you also got to do your best to see who you want to be able to help, right?
Yeah.
If your dad is a fuck up, let's
Yeah.
just say it, right? If your dad's a fuck up and your mom is doing everything in her power to keep the family together,
Right.
you know who you're gonna take care of when you're in the older ages, right?
That's fair. And that girl's exotic.
Yeah.
Looks good.
My mom,
Sidebar.
sidebar. My mom used to work at a nursing home, and there was this auntie, like an elderly woman. Her kids left her there at the nursing home, Indian, and the lady always thought my mom was like her daughter, kind of thing.
Right.
And so, but she was telling my mom that her kids have not come seen her in like 2 years.
Yeah.
They live in the same city. They just,
I've heard that before too. It's
and it's just so heartbreaking,
shitty. Yeah.
you know?
Shitty.
So yeah, if you're still living with your parents and you're not giving back to them, would you be considered a bum?
Yeah. I would say yes.
Yeah.
It could vary, but for the most part, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys let us know your guys' thoughts on this, and if any, suggestions, concerns, whatever, comment down below. Make sure you like, share, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.